My friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and my craft room. I'm doing a little decorating of a journal today, and I'm just made myself a fresh cup of coffee in my pineapple mug that I got. I showed it once before when I first brought it home from the thrift store. I saw it and it said it wanted to come home with me. So yeah, that is my fun pineapple coffee mug. I decided life was too short not to, if you see a pineapple mug and you feel like it should come home with you, not to bring it home with you. So I will get rid of another mug. And my rule is if I bring one home, I got to get rid of one because my mug cabinet is full. So I'll get rid of a boring one and I'll have my pineapple mug. So anyway, if you saw my video, last couple videos, you saw where I made the cover to this. Use a little like booklet, pamphlet. It's a little recipe booklet for the baggies, Wide World of Baggies. And it's very 70s. It didn't really have a date in here. But I took that little booklet and took the cover and made it into the cover for this journal. And we did that together. So if you remember. But what I did since then, that video, is I also received the Your Creative Studio goodies box that they, generously, asked me to use and review and, things like that. So I'm using that today to decorate. So, or some of it. There's a lot in there. There's no way I could use it all in this journal, but I picked out a few things already because I figured it would take me a while to narrow it down. And I will be using the other goodies in the future and in the near future, but today I wanted to go ahead and use a few in here. So you saw the cover, you saw the inside of the cover was, we made it strong and sturdy with this nice cardstock here, and I said I was going to add pages. We also put tape, masking tape on the on the new little spine here, and we put the fabric over that masking tape. So there's tape on both sides, fabric on both sides. So I feel like the spine is good. And then also, after the video where we made the cover, I did a little sealing of the cover here, of the paper. I just felt like it needed it. Like I told you in the first video, it wasn't like, I didn't feel like I could even, I felt like I didn't feel like it was going to disintegrate in my hands, you know what I mean? Like if I folded it, I didn't feel like it was going to crack or anything, but I still wanted to make sure, like, because I plan on putting this in my shop when it's done, and I don't want somebody to get it and then immediately it, does what I fear would happen to an old piece of paper, and that start, showing wear, so too much wear. So we also distressed around the edges because the white was showing from the edge of this cardstock. So we distressed the edges. We did that together in the video. After the video, sealed the front, and you can see it's a little shiny now, but I'd rather have it be a little shiny than have it, wear too quickly or wear at all, really. So hopefully that will protect it. And I think it will. That's why I did it. So, and then I added the pages like I said I was going to do. So on this one and the last one, in a little, one signature, especially this small, I added 10 papers, which now means I have 20 pages or 40 surfaces. And that's a lot for this little journal, really, if you think about it. And I added a lot of fun papers. I've got some scrapbook paper in here. I've got some painty paper in here, coffee dyed papers. All the papers from this little booklet, I put them all in here. There were only 2, I think. Like 2 papers, or that would be like 1, 2, 3, 4 pages or 8 surfaces. And then I put this fun children's book page in the middle with these. It's very vintage, and it's from the era where they use these really vivid, bright colors, which I love. So that is in there. So that's the pages, and now I want to decorate a little. And so I'd like to put a pocket, and I'm going to, like I said, use some of the my creative studio. It's Your Creative Studio, and that link to the website for Your Creative Studio will be under this under this video, the link will be there if you want to go click and see what they have these days. If you haven't been there in a while or you've never been there, there is quite a lot on the website if you want to check it out. Everything is vintage themed, and I will have a 10%. My name is the coupon code where you can get 10% off your purchase. So that's pretty cool. And I know I purchased a couple of these boxes in the past, like it's probably a couple years ago now, but I didn't have a coupon code, so I would have loved to have a coupon code whenever I purchased the ones I did purchase. So a coupon code does come in handy for 10% off. It would be nice. I gotta drink my coffee while it's hot and fresh, right, before it gets cold. So let's start right here. I think we'll start right here, front and back cover, and make some pockets. So I pulled out of that Your Creative Studio box 2 of these. I had shown these in the unboxing, and they're these little kind of advertisements and recipes papers that were in there. All of this was in there. Quite a lot. And so I pulled out 2 that I thought would go with this, because some of those have less color and some of them have color. So you have a lot of variety to choose from. Like the ones I picked out had color, but see, here's one has a little less color. If you're working on something with less color, maybe you want neutral things, that's nice to have that variety. So let's see. Let's put, it doesn't really matter, but I think I want to put this one in the front. I thought I would. First of all, there's a little bit of a blank area here, and I need to make this a little bit more narrow because I like to make some pockets to go in here with these cards, and I like to kind of maybe cut this in half because of course it's too big for a pocket. So I think I'm going to cut this in half or cut it down a bit. So I'm cutting off those little pretty much blank edges there, and trying to leave all the words that are there. We'll see if that's, see, there it is with the edges cut off. Let's see how it is. Oh, see, now it's good. The width is actually really good. It is going to go over the fabric, but that's okay. But it's going to be shorter. So I think we can cut it down too. And I have a bunch of a bunch of cardstock I pulled out from my scrap box here. I'm trying to find a little piece. Let's get a piece of file folder. Let me see. And see, I don't want to use a colored piece because I'm just going to glue it down, and then color won't matter. So I thought, well, if color doesn't matter, why don't I use, like, here's a perfect little, well, kind of could be a little bit taller than that, so that's almost too small. Let's see. See all these little manila file folder scraps. That's a color. Put that with the colors. Oh, here's something good. Let me see if that's white enough. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so we're going to see. I guess we can cut it off right there. So let's go ahead and cut it off. I got my paper cutter right here. So that's all I have out here. It's just a few things from the Your Creative Studio, which I will show you as we work on the decorating. And dust cardstock pieces. See, I can still use this. That's still a cute little piece there. So we'll put that over. Maybe we'll make that into a pocket on another page. But here's our first one. And we'll glue that down. Let's see, how did I have it? Oops. Like this. So we'll glue it down. We'll have to cut a little sliver of the file folder out, but let me move all these pieces out of the way now. And put those over there. So you see what I'm working with. That's the manila folder pieces, and this is the other pieces that are what I'm calling colored pieces. That's from a brown envelope. That's just a piece of scrap of paper that was red on the front and yellow on the back. a green piece of scrap paper scrap, and this is it's a piece of paper. I think this is from a gift wrap roll. When the gift wrap has that stiffer paper, you know, it has that stiffer paper that's a roll. It's not really a roll now. It's stiff paper like this, rolled up, and then you can unfold it. And I mentioned this before, so you maybe have heard it before, but I take that and I iron it, and it makes for some nice craft colored, almost cardstock. It's almost cardstock. It's either thin cardstock. You can consider it either thin cardstock or thin cardstock. What am I trying to say? Thin cardstock or thick paper. That's what I'm trying to say. So here's a little scrap here of trash. I think I'm going to use, because this paper is a decent amount of thickness, but I don't want it to take any chances of it bubbling up, or, you know, the Fabri-Tac might actually be overkill here on this paper. So there's a little glob of glue under there. I don't have to get it off right now though, do I? Nope, I don't. I think I got it off though. Alright, so I mentioned before that I was kind of fed up with this glue bottle and the little tube. So I took that, when I bought these glue bottles, it was like a little set of glue bottles and a little set of these, and it came all together as a set, these little tubes that go on top, a set of those. So I think what I did, I looked through the little tubes, and I think this one is a little bit bigger than the one I was using. Like, it looks tiny, but I think it's actually a little bit bigger. So far this one has been working, but I just, you know, the other one wasn't working. See, now it's not working. So, oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, this one was working, and so I thought, well, maybe that'll be a magic trick to still using this little bottle and the little tube, because I really do like the little thinness of it, of the little stream of glue it lets out. But you know, if it doesn't let out glue at all, that's no good either. And you know, I cleaned it, and now I got glue everywhere. No, I cleaned it and everything, and it still wasn't working, so I was really getting fed up with it. And so now I changed it out, and now it's working. So I don't know. Maybe you just have to change those out once in a while and get rid of the old ones, no matter what you do. There's still, because water was flowing through it. That's the thing I don't understand. Water was flowing through it, so you would think it would work. You would think glue would flow through it, but nope. Water is thinner than glue, so I don't know what to tell you, but I got it working now. So I'm going to cut a little sliver of this file folder off either side of this. Now we'll have our first pocket, and it's food related. And this little booklet was all, you know, it was all food related, because it has to do with baggies, you know, little, they don't call them baggies so much anymore, I guess. They call them Ziploc bags or sandwich bags, or I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people still call them baggies. I don't know what I call them. I probably still call them baggies. I haven't really paid attention to what I call them, but yeah, I think I still call them baggies. Do we have any baggies? I don't say sandwich bags, or I think I probably do say Ziploc bags though sometimes. See, that's going to be cute right there. And I think the colors go well with all the colors here, and it's food related, so it's all good. So now that this is on cardstock, I am going to use some Fabri-Tac to glue this down. So we're going to go ahead and put some glue. Let me make sure I have it upright. Yeah. So I put glue on the right side here, the bottom of it. All right, so this will be our first little pocket, and then we'll put one in the back. See, it's going over the fabric a little bit, but that's fine. I think I'll push it right down to the bottom there, bottom edge. That'll help actually protect that edge inside and out, and even make the more layers you add to something, the more sturdy it's going to be. So that's a good thing. All right, so where's that other piece now we cut off? Here it is. Let's see if we can use this for the pocket in the back. I think wasn't sure how it would look, so I picked out that other piece, but this looks cute. It just has some little pictures on it and some little recipes, so I think it's cute, okay? In fact, what I'll do is, there's a little piece left up here at the top from the top of part of the recipes. I think I'll just cut that off, most of that off. And it's like you won't even really, you will, but you won't really know. You almost won't know it was, anything was cut off the top of it there. So yeah, that looks good because the title of this recipe is right there. So that is cool. Easy mix French dressing. So now I can use that little piece of paper, or that little piece of cardstock that I said was too small, if I can find it again. It was that little business card, almost like business, well, that's a small business card, but there's a little business card size here that I rejected before. Where is that? Of course, now it's probably at the bottom of the pile here, or it's gone. I didn't use it. Oh, here it is. There it is. It was separated from the rest of the pile. So let me see if this will fit on here. Because I don't want to cut any of this recipe off. It's already small enough, really. I do need to even this up, though. It's smaller over here. And let me see if this is going to work. I think it'll work. I think we can make it work. Okay. Good way to use up some scraps. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing. Just use some. I'm going to put it on here this time. And I don't think I need to go all the way over there. Probably should have just put it on here, but let me spread that out a little bit. Over to the edges. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, and we'll put this little piece on here. I'm going to line it up with the top and this left edge. Top and left edge, and then we'll see what we need to cut off. Okay, hope everyone is doing good. I'm doing good. Nothing exciting happening around here. Nothing at all, really, but that's good. I can have some craft time today. Alright, so is it even? It's not quite even. I feel like it's not quite even. I'm trying to see where it's not. I feel like it's not quite even on the top. Let me line it up here and see. I have, all kinds of lines here on my paper cutter that you can line something up and see if it's straight. It's actually pretty straight. I just don't like it when things are like at a slant. Even if it's a slight slant. Okay, so I think it's just a optical illusion because part of the words are on here. I'm going to line it up with this line though and make a cut. And if something comes off, something comes off. If something doesn't come off, if nothing comes off, then I know yeah, nothing came off. Okay. There's a few words here from the piece that was up here, so I think that's throwing me off, but I think it's fine. So this should fit right here. Yep. There's a lobster on here, it looks like. And this is some kind of a salad, like a tuna salad or something. So fun, like one of those, it looks like they're from a vintage recipe book, one of those 70s recipe books. It's tiny, so I know you can't probably see it very well. I'll hold it up before I glue it down one more time. Let me just get a little glue on here, some Fabri-Tac, and I'll show you real quick. There's the lobster right there, and looks like what looks like a tuna salad to me, because there's a clump in the middle of lettuce, and it looks like lettuce tomatoes. I might be completely wrong, but that's what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to line this up at the outer edge here, in the bottom. And there we go. We have 2 pockets. Alright, now the other things I picked out from the Your Creative Studio box. I wanted to use one of these mini labels that I got in that box, which I love. I love labels of any size, right? I really do. And so let's look for a place. These are stickers. So let's look for a place where we can put a label. It could go anywhere, really. I'm thinking I want to put, okay, this might go in the back because I see this page here. I don't want to put one, like you could put one here. Not necessarily the red one. There's a green one in here would match this. But I kind of think I want to put one of these. I pulled this out of the box too. These are postal, like they look like postal or postage stamps. So I kind of want to put, and this one's calling me right here. That's why I had to stop and grab it out. This one's calling me with these colors here on the painty paper. This painty paper is painted on some computer paper with the track. There's the track right there on this piece. And these, I believe, are stickers. Let me see if I can get the backing off, or am I going to need to pause and struggle? It's starting to come right here, but starting and coming off is, oh, there it goes. That wasn't too bad, right? So I'm going to add a little bit of permanent glue on here. I think that'll be perfect, even though it's pretty sticky. I do like to add glue to my stickers a lot of times, no matter what, even if they are super sticky. Usually I'll add a little glue to it, some kind of glue, whatever. So that's the permanent glue. This has a pretty kind of colors that will go with that. The colors there, so let's just put a little postage stamp here. That'll be our decoration there. And we might put one on the other side too of this page, because there's the same thing on the back side, or the back half of this journal. Okay, so let's look for a place for a label. And so I don't want to put I don't want to decorate every page. This is just going to be a few decorations, and then, you know, when you see this video, this should be in my shop if you're interested. So, and these are going to be very inexpensive. Let's see, I'm thinking coffee dyed paper, because I don't want to cover up any of this is an original page from the book, and I don't want to cover up anything in case somebody gets this and they want to, they want to see these original pages, and then if they want to cover it up, it's okay. Now this is a good page to possibly put, because it's just text. Let's see what something would look like here. See, that would look cute there. I think that would look cute. Or, oh, I think that actually looks really better on that back of that page. That's just coffee dyed paper. Let's do it. I like the red on there. So let's see. These, like I said, are stickers. So let's see how this one peels off. Oh, it's coming. It is coming. My fingernail in there. Alright, there it is. Okay, let's see how sticky this is. Yep, about the same as the other one. So we will add a little bit of, like I said, it's nothing against the stickers. I just always, as a standard practice, I always add glue to washi tape, stickers, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is going to be a little label right here, which I think is cute. And it looks, that red looks great with this dark coffee dyed paper here. Darker. It's not super dark, but see, this side is lighter and this side is darker. So that, and now let's go ahead and with that other pocket gets painted and put something there. Oh, this has a little spot of pink and a little spot of green. It's different color than the other side. So that opens up possibilities. So it will definitely be another different colored stamp. Let's see, we've got green, we've got pink, we've got orange, we've got green. Let's see what might be good. There's a green one in here. Let's see what these green ones are. Yeah, oh, this has green and pink and orange on it. Oh, that's perfect. We're going with that one. Yeah, this one says USA. What did the other one say? I don't even know. What did the other one say on it? We must know. It says, oh, that's a Netherlands one. That one is Netherlands, and it says Netherland, you know. So, Netherlands, which is very cool. I don't want to cover up that green because I kind of want to put it like over here, and then you still see green, some green there, and some bright green there. So, yeah, that'll be pretty. Don't let me forget to put some glue on here. Don't let me forget. All these have been pretty easy to peel off the back, so that's always a plus. You don't have to take 3 minutes to, because the washi sticker is always, you know. Oh, I think I'm going to put it down here maybe. Nope. Yep, I think I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so we have 2 postage stamps, a label, and I'm not going to put any more labels. I don't want to go overboard with the labels here. This little booklet doesn't need more than one of these. I'm going to put those out of the way, and here's my trash from the backs. Yeah, so, and we use 2 postage stamps, so we don't want to go overboard with that either. Next I pulled out, putting my lids on my glue here real quick. Okay, so next I pulled out, pulled a couple more things. This is a little packet of ephemera, antique collection, and this, this has a globe on the back. You can see kind of map, kind of an atlas-looking globe there, like a globe you would see in an atlas. Just 1 second. Okay, so in this ephemera pack, we have some labels and little tags, which I know I haven't checked it out yet, but when I opened this, I didn't know if these could be stickers or not. But I actually don't want them to be stickers. So I'm going to, if they are stickers, I'm not going to peel off the back. And I might use them here because they're nice small little tags, right? You know what I really like is these little numbers right here. I don't know, there's something about these that are just, I got glue, I need to get off here. But there's something about these little numbers that are so cute. So let's use at least one of these little numbers. They're so adorable. 3, 4. Maybe we'll put, there's just 3, 4, and, there's 0, 6, 5, 6. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. I don't know. Is that 9, 0 maybe? That's supposed to be 9, 0. Not sure. Well, that's a 6. Yeah, so that's probably 9. 1, 2. I'm just trying to see what numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's kind of like 9, 10, but you know, the next number. Okay, so that's what we have. All right, now you know. Now we all know. But I'm not going to put all these in here. It would be too much for this old journal. I like this one right here, the darker one. And let's do these. Let's do these 2. We'll put these on a couple of pages. I think I said when I did the unboxing that these would be good for little tabs, but I would really like to just glue them on the bottom corner of a page, like a page number. I think they're so cute. So I don't want to put anything here. I want to leave this open for, you know, whoever might get this in the end to do what they want here on this first page. So let's turn it right over here and put the first one right here. We'll just put one right there. See, isn't that cute? I think that's pretty adorable. I'll move my hand so you can see. I'll move you down a little bit. Let me move you down a little bit. So maybe you can see a little better. I know usually when I look back at my videos, you all can see pretty good. better than I can see. Like when I look in the camera right now, it doesn't seem like maybe you're not, I think maybe you're not seeing good enough. But when I look back at it, it's like, oh, that's very clear and very, I can see it, no problem. So hopefully that is the case. But this is a coffee dyed scrapbook paper here. This is that pad of scrapbook paper I mentioned that I coffee dyed. I got it from Hobby Lobby, one of those bigger paper pads where it's white on the back and it's like 78 pages, and I just coffee dyed the whole thing when I got it, and now I just have it in my stash for whenever I need some kind of like vintage looking paper. It comes in very handy and I love it with the coffee dyed on the back. Okay, so that's the first half of the journal. Let's go to the back half and put the other number. Let's put the other number, let's see. Let's put the other number right here. I don't want to put them both, like over here. So let's put this one over here. We're going to keep it. You could do it like this too on this. I feel like if you wanted the 0 and the 6, it made that into a 6, but I'm going to do it like this. And I'm just using some art glitter glue on the back. So, and I'm going to spread it out to the edges. So I don't want too much glue on there, but I want it glued down. And these are definitely not, well, I shouldn't say definitely. I don't think those are stickers. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't think they're stickers, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so this little ephemera pack has lots of fun goodies. Like, I like the food related pockets we made, but these could make good. These are thick paper. That's why it's so confusing. Either they're stickers or thick paper, and I think they're just thick paper. But these could make great, pockets or tuck spots too, and they're all very vintagey. So, but I don't think I need any more big pieces. I'm kind of thinking about one of these. We use the numbers. Those are right here. I'm just move everything out of the way that we already used. Oh, I said I wanted to use one of these tags. I don't want to use both of them, but I want to use one. So let's make a hole. Let's make a little hole. Got my crocodile right here. And I use a small hole, make a little hole in the top. And I might grab, you know what would be great for this? I have a little baggie. I have a little baggie of scrap string. Let me grab it real quick. Yes, it's hard to believe, but these are pieces of string. This is my little baggie. It's a Ziploc bag though, because I would call this a Ziploc bag, but it's a snack bag. I would call it a snack bag. I would call it a baggie. I would probably be more likely to call the sandwich bags where you fold it under and tuck it. I would probably be more likely to call that a baggie. Anyway, we're putting some of my, these are pieces of string that are too long to throw away, but they're too short to use for very much. So I just put them all in there, and when I need a little piece of string, I try to remember to go to that bag and use some of that. See, it's perfect for this. I'm going to tie a little double knot here, I think. And we'll put this, we have 2 pockets so far. I wouldn't mind actually making one more pocket somewhere in the interior of this, but we don't have to. So I'll put that in that pocket for now. I will be, on these we could make tags out of, but I think they're going to be too wide really for the pocket. They're too wide for that pocket. I mean, not that I couldn't cut them down a little bit, but not too wide for that pocket. But I have some other pieces here that we can make tags with, so we're going to get to that next. Let's just see if there's anything else we want to use here. Oh, these could be little tags too, actually, couldn't they? Yeah, these would be cute little tags. Let's see what we got here. I don't even have to really, because it's like thick paper, like I said, it almost feels like there's a layer on here that you could peel off, but I don't think it is. I think it's just thick paper. I'm trying to see if there's anything food related in here. It's about soap and lotion on this one. Some kind of little ticket here. That's cute, and it's got some color on it. Let's see what this one is. This one has, oh, this is something about the, this is about, oh, there's so many little words on there. I can't quite make it out right now. Let's see what these are. Oh, these are the little manuscript pieces, little labels, and little other pieces, just little kind of pieces that could be a label or whatever, a layer in a collage or whatever you want it to be. So I think we're going to make these two into tags too while we're at it, and try to maybe use one of these too. Okay, let's put all these to the side, and then we'll get to the next thing, next and last thing that I picked out. But this is, let's use a few pieces from this ephemera pack. So let's make these into, you know, these will be nice. You can write on the back or whatever. You know, maybe we'll just, what we'll do with these, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to stick these in the pockets. So whoever gets this little journal can make them into tags, make them into tuck spots, make them into whatever they want. Use them for journaling, little journaling cards or whatever. So there's one in the front, one in the back. And now we're going to put this somewhere. So I like to, I think I have had these before. And when I ordered Your Creative Studio before, I think I had some like this. And what I did was do something like this. Let me find a page. Let's see. I picture this on a, let me see. Like I said, I don't want to cover up any of the words on the pages from this book. I'm picturing it on a coffee dyed page, but I just want to try it. I need it to be wide enough. That already has a label on the other side too, so and this says for you right there. Oh, maybe on the music page. That's cute. I like that, and that page is wide enough for it. So what I'm going to do is just, it's almost like you could cut this off and use it as a separate label really if you wanted to. It's cut on the line right there, but I'm going to fold it and glue it down to two sides, so it'll really make two labels even though we didn't cut it, because it'll be a label on one side you could write on and a little label on the other side that you can write on. And I will show you what I'm talking about. You probably know, but just in case you're like, what are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. It's almost, well, it is almost too big, but I'm going to go with it. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah, that's cute. For you, and then here's the other side. Oops, the other side's crooked. Hold on, we can't have that. I thought it was straight. Okay, there we go. That was really crooked. There we go, that's better. So a little label there, little label there. That's cute. Okay. I like it. I hope you do too. Hope you like my decisions here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, so the other thing I picked out was this right here. And it also has a lot of color. And there are fruits and flowers on here. And there's fruit here, there's a flower here. So it kind of like looked like it would go with this. There's actually a guy fishing right there. Ooh, there's a piece of paper there. There we go. So, oh, there's a gingerbread man. Is that celery? It's like maybe a lemon there. So, cupcake. Cute. Kind of fruit there. Anyway, so that reminded me, this looked like it would be something that would go with this. So, I'm thinking tags or journal cards for this. So, I really I really like these strawberries. So let's see. Let me see. This would be a pretty journaling card here. This is, it's nothing special, but it's just, let me see how I can do this. I've got 2 layers of paper here. This is from a brown envelope. You would think it was scrapbook paper. You would think that I thought it was scrapbook paper, but it's just plain old brown envelope. But I just really like the color of it, so I think we're going to use this. See if we can do something with this. But I need to get it straight. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, you know what? I can leave a little frame around this, but, kind of wanted to use the whole thing. I didn't want to have to cut it. And if I use this piece, I'm going to have to cut it. Unless I just use one piece. Oh, that's what I can do. So we're going to make a journaling card or tag out of this. So let's do one piece on here. I was thinking I was going to put 2 pieces on there, but now I see 2 pieces won't fit. So let's make a little frame around this strawberry. And this is, of course, a sticker. You just saw me pull it off there. And I did, this is, I don't know, I didn't feel like it needed any. I guess I didn't feel, I just stuck it right down. I guess I just felt like it didn't need any glue on it. Stuck it right down there. Okay, so yeah, I think I almost could. Yeah, I think, you know what I can do is, I think I'll make a couple of journaling cards. I'm trying to decide between tags and journaling cards, but I think a couple of journaling cards. Let me see how this looks. If I can. I don't see my corner rounder. I don't see my corner rounder. Hold on. I don't know where it is. That's weird. Oh, here it is. Hold on. That's right. I was sewing around cards yesterday, and I was rounding some of the corners. I had it over by my sewing machine. So let's see what this looks like. I just want to see what this looks like with rounded corners real quick. And we'll make one with rounded corners. So I like the squared off corners too. So we'll make one with rounded corners. And there it is with that brown paper frame. Now I did mess up the back there where I tore off that other layer. So let's see here. Oh, this will be perfect. Nope. Will it be perfect? Put one of these on the back. I wanted it to be a journaling card. Let me see what else I have here. Oh, what about? I'm trying to see if there's something that'll cover that up. Maybe we'll make this into a tuck spot. We'll make this one into a tuck spot because I said I kind of wanted another pocket or something. So we'll kind of make this into a little. Yeah, we'll make this into a little pocket. You know, you got to change your mind sometimes. That's just how it is. Got to change your mind. Oh, here we go. Will it fit there? We could put it like this or like this. Let's put it like this, something different. Just a little tuck spot like that. This looks like it's I don't think it's actually directional, but I kind of want to put it like that. So, all right, we're going to make this one. It went from tag, journaling card to tuck spot. How do you like that? You just never know, right? I'm going to change my mind. All right, because I peeled off that layer. I forgot. I was thinking when I did that I would be gluing it down, and then I forgot. And started trying to make it into a tag or journaling card, but we'll make another tag or journaling card, or tag and journaling card. Okay, so there's another tuck spot. So I've got plenty of tuck spots and pockets in this little tiny journal here. So let's do a couple more. You know what would be fun is to take a taller. I had a taller. Here's a taller piece right here. This is craft cardstock, and not. I might use some more strawberries in a minute, but let's do. Does it need? Yeah, this is a little stickier than those other stickers I was using. So, yeah, I guess that's why I just glued it down before. I mean, just stuck it down. I didn't even put any glue on it. It does feel a little stickier. It actually feels much stickier. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to make a tall. These are together and the pattern kind of keeps on going. So I need to match this back up and put it back together here. And we're going to make a tall tag because this is a kind of a tallish, it's small, but it's a tallish, narrow, narrowish journal. So this will be cute. If I can get it on here. Okay, what? Okay, we're going to have to adjust a little here. Adjust a little bit. So I'm going to cut off the top. I see. It could be a bookmark too. But see, my frame isn't. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut off my frame here. You know, sometimes you have to adjust when you're using scraps. You kind of have to adjust to what you have. And I guess that wasn't, perfectly proportionate to as far as the same size on the top and the bottom. And so now I need to adjust. There's another little sliver that needs to come off right there at the top. If I can get that off. There we go. Right there. Tiniest. Let me just put that right in the trash. So this will be, let's make it into, try and think, do we want to make it into a little bookmark? Bookmark / tag. Yeah, why not? There we go, that's cute. And we'll put a little hole in here. Now, for this, let's use the bigger hole, since we have a little bit bigger tag here. I think a big hole would look nice. This looks like the top to me. And then we'll get rid of my scrap strings. Let's see what I got in here. Anything. Let's see. There's a piece of yarn in here. This would look cute on there. I would put a tassel on here if I had some tassels on a string or something, but I do have some, but not for, they're already spoken for another craft. So I don't feel like I want to use them with this, but this is cute. And so we're just going to tie a little knot here. Let's see how that sticks together. Let me have my knot on the top or the front. Now, do I need a second knot or a bow? No, I think that's staying together. There we go. That's cute. So we've got a little bookmark now out of these stickers. And there was 2 or 3 sheets of these stickers in that box. And I just pulled out with this one because it had the fruit and the flowers on it. Okay, so where's my little journal? Let's put this in the front. We need something tall here. We've got a piece of ephemera here, a little tiny tag, and a bookmark here in the front so far. Cute. Or that little advertisement for Mazola oil pocket. And we got a piece of ephemera back there. We've got our decorations. So now we made, yeah, I want to use a couple more of these because these are good for so many different things. Let's do another strawberry one, and I want to make, let's put it on here, see if we can get a little frame, and this one will be squared off. This is the middle of the wrapping paper, cardstocky paper. And we'll put a little frame around this one, and we'll make this into a, you know, squared off corners. And this will be an easy, super easy little drawing card. Just like that. Boom, it's done. Drawing card. Okay, and then we'll put that one. Let's put that one in our tuck spot. Oh no, that's too many strawberries together. It's kind of strawberry overload. I was like, whoa, that's way too many strawberries in one spot. Okay, we'll put that back there with the lobster. Okay. That could be something in a minute. All right. You know, once you get going, you just want to, let's see, let's do something with this little red cardstock. That'll be pretty, and it's yellow on the back. Yeah, okay. So, let's see, we have a journaling card squared off. We made the other one into a tuck spot. Let's do a tag. Okay, so this one's going to be a tag. Let's use this one. That one has the leaf that looks like it. I don't know. I'm not sure about which way I want to put that one, but this one looks like it could be better off being vertical than that one. That one might not want to be. This one might want to be horizontal. So this one's going to be a tag. And so I'm going to make a little frame on this one too, and then we're going to cut it into tag shape. So we made a journaling card, a tag, and tuck spot out of these little stickers so far. And so I'm going to just make a little cut here, a little cut here. And then we're going to make a little hole and put another piece of string on here. All right. I think this one wants a big hole. Let's see, where's my big one? All right. This side's too fat. Let me cut that a little bit. The sides aren't even. And that doesn't look right. All right, so now that looks better, but I need to even up my little slant here now. Okay, this one we'll tie a little bow because I think it needs a bow. All right, and we need some more string. Let's see, what's this? This is another piece of that yarn. This one looks like it wants some blue string. This might be embroidery floss. This one's definitely long enough for a bow, so that's a good thing. Yeah, this was probably the balance of embroidery floss, and I didn't want to put it with my embroidery floss because it's like, you know, what do you do with little pieces of embroidery floss when most of the, you know, most of it's gone? You put it in your scrap string bag, of course. Of course. Everybody needs a scrap string bag. Okay. All right, cute little bow on that one. And we'll put that in our, put this in our strawberry tuck spot. Tag there. Okay. Now, I think we used this enough. And I've got other, you know, ephemera prepared in my stash. These, I don't know. I think what I'll do is just, let me see how this would fit. You know, I really have to cut these down to fit it in a pocket. But I can, look how pretty that looks. Look how pretty that would look glued down there, or, you know, somewhere on here. And of course it could go in the front too. Yeah, so what I'll do when that happens, when I see something that looks like, oh, that looks so perfect right there, what I do is just grab a paper clip, one of my decorated paper clips, and clip flip it on here so that somebody else, whoever gets this journal, can decide if they want it there. But it looks, I think it looks beautiful there. With my journal, I might glue it down there, but I'm not going to make that decision. I'm going to let somebody else make that decision. So there we go. It's just paper clipped right there. And then I'm going to get some other ephemera from my stash and add a few more things. But, you know, this will be all done and said and done when you see this video, and it will be in my shop. So we put, let's see, we put that one with the, it's like an ocean scene. It says Fine Fantasy on it, and it's got some birds, like seagulls and stuff on there. So this one, I mean, all these look cute, look pretty on this paper, because this is, like I said, it's, I feel like this is vintagey paper. See, they all look nice on there. Scriveners for October. It's like an, this is like, it's almost like a movie poster, but, and it's kind of like a ticket at the same time. That one looks nice. Oh, that one looks really nice too. They both say Scriveners on it. Scriveners. But they're two different ones. I decide. I really like both of those. And I like that one too. And this is the one we already used. And then we have this one that also looks very nice. So hard to decide. Well, this one has, this is what I'm going to do. Oh, this one doesn't have a lot of color. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these ones with more color, like this. I mean, not that it has a lot more color, but it has a little more color in it. So let's do this one back here. I'll clip that one right there. And with another paper clip. So there's some more ephemera in here. Then I'll add a few more things. Little tie closure, and this will be ready to go. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. Link to my eBay shop is always under here. I just usually just link my shop, and then you can go there and look and see what's in there and see if this is still there. If this is sold, I'll put sold at the end of the title when it sells. So, but if you don't see that, if you don't see the sold at the end of this title, that means it's still there. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the decorating. I'm going to finish it off and get it in my shop before I post this video, and I'll probably do a little Instagram flip through too. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay tuned for the others. I'm going to try to get those all done in August. So that's my August challenge to myself, is to finish off and make into booklets all of these here. There's a box here, all these little booklets, and this is actually a pipe cleaner, little kind of like a box, but it's a flat box. I don't know about this one. We'll see what I do with that. And these definitely, these little stamp collector books, will all be little journals. And then I'll have an empty drawer in my craft room. So that's also a good challenge. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Everybody have a great day.